Hey everyone, a huge warm welcome to all of you App State juniors and seniors joining me today. I am absolutely thrilled to be here for this special explainer masterclass on social media content strategy. Whether you're tuning in from the library, chilling in your dorm, or maybe grabbing a coffee down on King Street, get ready. We're going to unpack exactly how modern brands capture attention and build real loyalty in a super crowded digital landscape.
You know, as a guest strategist here today, I want to kick things off with a fundamental truth, something that's going to shape your entire career. Social media is absolutely nothing without the content that makes it interesting for its users. Honestly, content is the literal backbone for all the other activities in your marketing plan. Having genuinely great content is what helps you build brand loyalty and actually drive sales, whether you end up working for a Fortune 500 company or right here in the high country.
All right, here's our roadmap for today's session. We'll be covering the what and why, the content tool belt, harnessing user-generated content, building your strategic plan, mastering voice and tone, and we'll wrap up with your marketing toolkit.
Okay, let's dive right into section 1, the what and why. Before we can even think about creating a strategy, we have to understand the core reasons users even bother to open these apps dozens of times a day, right? It really comes down to basic human psychology. Whether your audience is following a massive global tech brand or a local boon business, they fundamentally want one of three things: to be informed, to be entertained, or to connect. They want to learn new things and stay up to date. Or they want to keep up with entertainers and watch fun videos. And of course, they want to connect by taking part in a larger conversation, breaking down those traditional barriers. It's on you, as the strategist, to figure out exactly which of those three things your specific audience is looking for.
And hey, format absolutely matters too. Text is no longer the undisputed king. Get this staggering statistic. According to Cisco, consumer internet video traffic is going to make up 82% of all consumer internet traffic. 82%! That is a massive shift toward highly visual feeds. Simply put, if you aren't thinking about video, you're already behind.
So, the crucial takeaway here is that with all this visually stimulating content, the competition for eyeballs is just fierce. As University of Virginia professor Nicole Votolato Montgomery points out, marketers now have less than 3 seconds to grab attention. 3 seconds? Consumers are constantly scrolling, making these split-second decisions on whether to stay or swipe away. Your reality, both right now in class and out in the professional world, is that social media strategy is all about stopping the scroll. You need to create what we call thumb-stopping content.
Which brings us to section 2, the content tool belt. So how exactly do we capture those precious 3 seconds of attention? We need to look at our tactical tools. Your content tool belt is packed with options. We've got animated GIFs, which are super shareable and great for explaining complex concepts fast. We've got interactive polls to build brand affinity, but let's look really closely at ephemeral stories. You know, those quick bits of content that disappear after 24 hours? They generate 500 million daily views on Facebook and Messenger, and another 500 million on Instagram. And here's a fun strategic secret. Data from Social Insider found that brands with under 10,000 followers can reach more than 9% of their audience just with stories. They're economical, conversational, and honestly work wonders for organic reach.
This leads us right into another highly effective format: live video. Consumers crave authentic, human connections, and sometimes it's way easier to build that with a smartphone camera than a polished studio. Imagine if a local favorite like Stickboy Bread Co. hosted a behind-the-scenes Instagram Live from their 4 a.m. morning baking shift. It instantly humanizes their brand, right? It gives the audience a chance to co-create the experience, ask questions in real time, and form this deep emotional connection that ultimately drives true loyalty.
Next up, section 3, harnessing user-generated content.
Let's pivot to what is widely considered the absolute holy grail of digital marketing: user-generated content, or UGC. Basically, this is content like reviews, videos, or posts created by a fan of your company, which you then share on your own social channel. It could be an unboxing video, a tweet, a photo, whatever. Letting your fans do the talking for you is infinitely more authentic than standard advertising. It acts as a powerful endorsement that carries so much more weight than any ad you could ever devise on your own.
But why exactly is it the Holy Grail? Well, Stacklet data shows that 79% of people say UGC highly impacts their purchasing decisions. That's almost 10 times more impactful than paying a celebrity influencer. Imagine Appalachia Cookie Co. reposting a student's photo of a late-night study session fueled by their cookies, using a branded hashtag. That kind of authentic peer-to-peer marketing, it drives immediate campus sales far better than a polished, expensive studio graphic ever could.
All right, moving to section 4, building your strategic plan.
So how do we actually build this out in the real world? Just jumping on every social channel and posting randomly definitely won't deliver business results. You need a methodical, step-by-step process. Step 1. Conduct a content audit. Figure out what has actually worked in the past by digging into the post-level data. Step 2. Competitor research. See how your followers and engagement stack up against others in your space. Step 3. Assess your resources. Do you have a 5-person team, or are you flying solo on this? That reality will dictate if you should prioritize just 1 or 2 top channels. And finally, step 4, test and learn. Experimentation absolutely must be ingrained in your plan.
Because guys, you cannot just guess. A true strategist dives deep into their social analytics to adjust their calendar based on actual engagement, not just gut feelings. Remember, as the industry experts always say, progress beats perfection. The social media landscape changes constantly. Just put content out there, look at the analytics, the views, the click-throughs, the demographics, and let those hard numbers tell you what your audience actually wants to see.
This brings us to Section 5, Mastering Voice and Tone.
Now, this is a vital academic distinction that honestly confuses even seasoned marketing professionals. If you want to humanize your brand, and you have to today, you must master the difference between voice and tone. Brand voice is your distinct, steady personality. It is consistent always. Brand tone, though, is a subset of that voice. It's the mood or attitude that changes depending on the context, the audience, or the specific channel. Let's look at a local example. Mass General Store's voice is always historic, helpful, and cozy, right? But their tone has to shift dramatically depending on the situation. If they're excitedly announcing a massive weekend sale, the tone is energetic. If they're seriously notifying locals about an unexpected snow closure, the tone is direct and cautious. The voice remains cozy and historic, but the tone perfectly adapts to the moment.
And finally, Section 6, your marketing toolkit.
We are in the home stretch now. Let's wrap up with a practical checklist for your marketing toolkit. This is something you can use for your final class projects and take straight into your future careers. When drafting your posts, remember these core best practices. First, keep your text brief. On Twitter, you only have 280 characters anyway, but across all channels, shorter messages just get shared more. Second, always double-check your spelling. It matters. And crucially, every great post needs an active call to action, or CTA. You have to guide the audience on exactly what to do next with words like buy, subscribe, download, or share. If you can pair that active CTA with a time-sensitive phrase like today only or ends at midnight, you create a sense of urgency that drives immediate action.
So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative question. What unique voice will you bring to the ever-changing social landscape? You now know that content is king. You know how to leverage stories and live video, how to harness the unmatched power of user-generated content, and how to balance your voice and tone based on hard analytics. I challenge all of you future App State alumni to take these core concepts, experiment boldly, and lead the next wave of strategic, thumb-stopping marketing. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer session, and hey, go Mountaineers!